What is up, guys? Welcome back to the next Freaktography abandoned mental asylum adventure. I'm gonna go and attempt to explore an old building that I explored with pictures probably about 4 or 5 years ago. But this building is, unfortunately, it's usually all sealed up. But lately, things seem to have been a little more lax here and quite possibly easier to get into and check out. And I've been really wanting to come here and film a video inside and get some new pictures. So I'm gonna head over and try and get inside. So you guys cue the music, cue the intro, and if we're lucky, I'll see you guys inside. This video is sponsored in part by LoomCube. LoomCube lives to help us create better content. Hit the link in the video description below to shop LoomCube's wide assortment of products and use the code FreakPhoto at checkout for 10% off your LoomCube purchase. Okay guys, made it in. Very tight squeeze to get in. One of the tighter holes I've had to squeeze through in my life, if you know what I mean. We're in the basement now, dark and damp. Now this whole building is pretty dark because every window is covered up, so I'm gonna need all my lights. So again, thanks to my friends at LoomCube for hooking us up with the lights that we're using in this video. Let's check it out. Okay guys, so we are in the dark and damp basement of this mental asylum. I need to give my eyes a minute to adjust because it's very bright outside and I just got into this very dark basement, so. This is the only building remaining of what was once a very large mental hospital, mental institution, insane asylum, whatever you want to call it. It's room B13. And I will overlay some pictures for you guys to show you what this entire facility looked like many years ago. Bunch of wood here. Yeah, this was a massive mental institution years ago, guys. And then they demolished the main building of the asylum and they only left a couple of buildings still standing, which I believe have heritage designation, so they can't be demolished. So happy to finally be in here, back in here. Yeah, and you guys will see from the exterior, it's a very eerie looking building. Somewhere down here is a room that has, they did dental x-rays and there's some dental molds. So we'll have to see if I missed that room my first time here. First time I came in here, I got in through this window right here and I took one of my favorite pictures ever of this door right here. So how about right now, guys, I'm gonna overlay for you the picture that I took here. The very first picture I took in this building when I first got in years ago. Let's take a look at that now. Now, one thing I never looked at was what was actually behind this door when I first came in. Okay, so this is a ramp going down. So from the outside right there is a ramp coming down that comes into this room, which has been bricked over, as you can see. Here we got some light. Here we go. This is the room that I missed the first time with the dental molds. There you go. So there you've got top and bottom molds. And then you got that there. And Kodak dental x-ray filters. And then you've got a couple of lights here. This big old light here. Oh, I got more stuff up here. Let's step up on this thing right here. See, guys, take a look. Let's see what's up here. Oh wow, we got way more dental molds up here. And whatever this stuff is. Absorbent dental things. So this is all pieces for creating a dental mold. I don't know if anybody's ever looked up here. Huh. Interesting. Hot up here, guys. I'm sweating like crazy. Here you go. Interesting. It's always good to finally see a room that you missed your first time around. Perfect example, guys, of paying attention your first time in so you don't miss anything your first time around. I'll come back and take some photos of that later. Oh, and there's a set of stairs that goes up there. The stairs are missing, though. That TV in here. And then back here we got some bathtubs. Okay, let's head down the hallway, guys. That go up, but we'll cover the basement first. Okay, what do we got in here? Boiler room. Another door to outside that's been bricked over. Set of stairs there going up. Very eerie looking stairs. This is a, what do they call this? A dumbwaiter. It's not really an elevator. They just move it to move stuff up and down. I think it's called a dumbwaiter. Cobwebs, guys. Here is the sign-in board over the years. And there's me from 2015. Here is a storage room where they've got some interesting things. There's a bedpan right here. And these are stirrups right here. And when we look into the history of this place, you'll understand why they have stirrups in here for what kind of surgeries were performed in this specific building. This building at one point, guys, was the medical exam building. And when we get to the top floor, we'll head into the exam and surgery room. So these here are for stirrups, for holding the legs up. Here, there's a sink there. Here is a very old McDonald's coffee cup and a very old McDonald's French fry container. Right here. And this magazine doesn't have a cover, so we don't know what magazine it is. So I can't tell you guys what year this is from or what magazine it even is. There used to be an old Big Mac container right here with this McDonald's stuff, but it's gone. It's disappeared. There's an old Wendy's bag. All right, guys, let's head up from the main floor. We'll head up these very soft, sketchy stairs to the ground floor. Here's your front door, guys, right here. That's the front door, the main way in. Locked from the outside with deadbolts. There's an ashtray and a very old payphone. Check that out. Okay, and then when we come in, you've got an arch doorway here, arch entrance. And all of these rooms are blocked off with boards because the floors are so unstable. You can see that they've put some wood frame up to keep the floor from collapsing on itself. There's a fireplace on the other side of that. And then head over here and it's the same thing. Another room with a fireplace. And you've got these beams put up here to keep it from collapsing. Okay, now we are in the main corridor area. And that takes us down to the basement. Oh, we have a collapse down there. That wasn't there 4 years ago. So let's just go room by room, guys. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what any of these rooms are because I don't have much history. But guys, if I'm able to find anything, I know there's a lot of stuff online about this facility, so whatever I can find for us, I'll get it for a voiceover, all right? Okay, let's head down this way and see this collapse back here. Here you can see the paint on the walls, the designs that they had. And then now you've got patient rooms one by one. So this one's got a lamp still. And this is room 114, and they've got diamond-shaped windows. And each room is very, very small. Tiny rooms. This room's bigger. This looks like it would have been a what do you call this? Like a viewing room. So here is where your doctors and your staff would sit and observe. And this would likely be where the patients would just do whatever it is that they're observing the patients doing. That's my guess anyways. Don't know for sure though. It's another patient room. No beds in any of the rooms. Yeah, I see. So here you've got, you can sit here and observe whatever's going on inside there. Here's this room here, which ceilings and floor is gone all the way up. What? Whoa. Floor is very soft here, guys. This must have been so loud. Look at the radiator over there. The entire second floor and the roof came down. Guys, right now I'm going to show you guys a picture of this room as I took it in 2015. And I also overlaid a picture I found of patients sitting inside this room. Here, give you a pan over, and now I'll toss in some pictures. that is a stairway up. But we're gonna go to the, we're only on the one half. We still have to go all the way to the other side of this wing, of this floor, so. Oh wait, we gotta go down here first. Patient rooms are so small. Hey. What's up, guys? I don't know how many mirrors are left in this place. Check this out. There's cups left. Oh. Look at that, eh? So this is pretty much it for every window. Every window has these ventilation openings to let air in and out. But that's why it's so dark, because every window is covered with a board, and that's the only bit of ventilation and natural light to come in. So that's why I have to use my flashlight for the whole place pretty much. Sorry, my boom cube. Operating room maybe, or a dishwashing room. Interesting room that has a sink. This is going to be very soft. This is a wood floor here, so gotta be careful. So this, guys, is exactly what was on the other side with the collapse. This is the solarium on each wing and on every floor for patients to sit in and get some sun therapy and hang out. See, they fixed the roof and they fixed the floor here on the second floor so that it won't collapse. So this one is in better shape from the second floor. But this floor here is not in such good shape. And years ago, the pictures in here would have been very bright, but not anymore. See, let's take a look right here. Very quiet in here, very peaceful. Here's a light that fell from there. Green window frames. We are on the second floor sunroom. And again, they fixed the floor up on this one too. So this wing has been saved and preserved for the most part. I think this is an addition from the original building here. I think this was originally the outside wall, and I believe I read that this solarium and sunrooms on each wing were an eventual addition onto the hospital. Check out this privacy when you get here. This one gets full privacy. This one you only get half privacy. And this one you get 3/4 privacy. Check out this wallpaper. This room is different. The wall here, plaster, is coming away from the brick. Down there, up there I mean, and you can see down where it's come off, come down. This place reminds me of a much, much smaller version of Buffalo Psychiatric Hospital. So yeah, here's another room with a really interesting, with sinks. I don't really understand. This is so sketchy, guys. Oh my God. I have stood on that very floor that's down there in this room. Wow. I think this is the top floor. I don't know if there's one more. Look at the little speaker right there. I can't quite get close enough to it. Wow. Elevator there. Here we have another observation room. That's a mirror, or I should say a window right there. You know, the next. This is just another weird. There's a sink there, toilet here, exit sign. Very, very dangerous. All the floors have given way. Over here somewhere. It's probably right here. There we go. So that's where we're going, up to the surgical room. There's your really like your main front window. Right there. Collapsed floors. Radiator right there. Am I talking too quiet? Gotta watch ourselves here, guys. These floors are soft. There's another fireplace there. And here too. Okay guys, up here is where the bad stuff happened. Be careful in there, guys. That, guys, takes you up to the observation room where you can go up and watch surgeries. And I'll show you that room in a minute. Okay, here's where I'll just step. I don't remember it being this bad. Whew, okay. Okay guys, where we're standing here is the main surgery room for this building, where the doctor for the institution performed most of his nasty surgeries, mostly on women. So there would have been a table probably right here. And if we look up, guys, this right here is the observation area. So those two windows straight up top, that is where staff, students could have stood and looked down and observed the surgeries that were taking place right here in this very room. And I will link you in the comments. I will put links in the video description and some information and over voiceover for what types of surgeries were performed here. Now, also, an interesting fact about this room is right up there where you see the wooden ceiling and roof, that was originally a sunroof. So that the doctor would operate on natural light. So he had two large windows right here, and there was a giant sunroof right there, and you'll see pictures of it on my website, linked down below, of what the building used to look like from the outside, and that's where the giant glass sunroof was. Over here would be your surgeon's prep room, right here. So here's your sinks right here with your soap, and this is where the surgeon would have scrubbed in and prepped himself for surgery and made his way into room 313 to perform his surgery. So this is probably the most historically significant room in the whole building. And here, don't know what this is. Apparently that looks like the Mona Lisa. Somebody says, hi, I'm the Mona Lisa. Maybe I will take those stairs up to the attic if I feel okay about it. I'm wondering if these are from that up there. If there was glass there, maybe. And then over here, guys, there's a really cool thing. I think it's an autoclave used for cleaning equipment. Right there, yeah, there you go. So here's the autoclave where they would have put all of their surgical tools in after the surgeries and cleaned them to reuse them again. This thing's been here for a really long time. Okay, guys, so we've basically covered the whole building now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some drone footage, and I'll do some voiceover and give you guys a little bit of a history lesson on this place. I'll mix in some voiceover with some drone footage, exterior footage, and some panning shots of some of the rooms here. And then from there, guys, we are done. So don't leave quite yet. You've got some history to learn. You've got some information to see, some exterior drone footage, and then we're going to come back and wrap this up. So don't go anywhere. See you guys at the end of what's coming next. For almost 145 years, mental health care had been offered on the grounds of this insane asylum known as the London Asylum for the Insane. It began with the opening of the London Asylum for the Insane in 1870, when this location was considered to be outside of the London city limits. This site was home to the London Insane, which was renamed Ontario Hospital London in 1932. Then the London Psychiatric Hospital in 1968, and finally renamed Regional Mental Health Care Centre London in 2001. In 1963, demolition began on the original Ontario Hospital London. Soon after, construction began on a new mental health facility, the London Psychiatric Hospital. During the 1960s to the late 1990s, the hospital was still a regional resource, and people came from all over Southwestern Ontario to receive care. The tales of the types of procedures performed in this asylum are shocking, and knowing that this building was in use during some of the darkest days of psychiatric care just makes your mind wander. At the time, the main physician and superintendent of this asylum thought that he could cure female patients of their mental issues through gynecological surgery. It was a widely accepted notion that disease in one part of the body was capable of producing symptoms in a distant region. I'll let you figure out the rest. A memory shared by a former employee of this now abandoned insane asylum. When asked if he had ever observed any treatments, this person recalled taking male patients for electroconvulsive therapy, which was one of his duties as tenant staff. He alludes to one of the hospital's major challenges, which was having enough staff to manage the volume of patients. He says, "You'd take one ward at a time, 10 people or so. By the time the next guy was ready, he was looking and seeing the guy before him convulsing." He also mentioned that the main doctor had ECT done on himself to prove the safety of the treatment so that he was aware of what this treatment felt like. This insane asylum began using electroconvulsive therapy in 1944. Shock treatments were administered up to 3 times a week and could take place over several weeks. The dangers associated with the shock therapy included fractured bones from the convulsions and brain damage. Believing that there was a connection between damaged or misplaced female productive organs and mental insanity, the superintendent at this asylum ultimately performed over 200 surgeries on mentally insane female patients. Of the 106 surgeries performed between 1895 and 1898, the superintendent claimed that 71 patients either recovered their mental health or had been improved. A list of some of the surgeries performed include 16 hysterectomies, 12 removals of diseased ovaries and tubes, 22 operations involving the replacing and retaining of the uterus in the normal position, 30 operations of the cervix, 21 minor uterine diseases, all in the name of mental health. Many doctors were publicly skeptical about the success of the superintendent's surgeries, claiming that insanity could not simply be cured with a surgical procedure. After the doctor's death, the gynecological surgeries performed at this asylum decreased dramatically. Okay guys, that wraps this one up. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this one. I've been wanting to get in here and film here for a very long time. So glad to now have this available for you guys to watch on my YouTube channel. So guys, as we always say, do me a few favors. Number one, hit that like button. Number two, drop me a comment down below. Say anything you want, but I love it when you guys tell me where in the world are you watching me from. If you're able to share this video, please do. And last but not least guys, if you are not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Follow my channel, help grow my channel, watch my old videos, catch up on my new stuff, and stay tuned for all the new stuff that's coming up. And a massive thanks to my friends at LoomCube for hooking us up with the lights that we use to light up these very dark buildings that I explore for you guys, that we explore together. Link is down below for LoomCube on their website. Check out their assortment of products if you guys are a photographer, if you're a videographer, if you use YouTube, if you use Twitch, if you use TikTok, if you use Snapchat, anything that you guys need lights for, LoomCube's gonna have it. Use my code FreakPhoto at checkout to get yourself 10% off your LoomCube purchase. Thanks a lot, guys. This has been a great adventure. I got some pictures to take now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. See you next time. Peace.